Hello there, and welcome to the Gamerish podcast, episode 13 of the second season. This week, we're going to give you all of the Gamerish news that we have. With me is my esteemed friends, the esteemed Gamerish gurus here. We have E.
Yo, what's up?
Yep. And we have BK Brawler.
What up, people? You know what it is already. Yes, I have a drink in hand. And I want to warn you guys now that if I go off on a rant, it's only because I'm passionate about the games that I talk about. This is why I go off on rants. It's because I'm passionate and I hate when I hear stupid shit about video games that I feel needs to be corrected. Just so you gotta go ahead of time.
It wouldn't be Andre without the rants, okay?
Yeah,
Right.
it wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be the same. So let's get started pretty much like we always do. Well, first, are we doing shirts anymore? We doing that?
If you guys got something new to show, I think we all got something new to show. Okay.
I got just to go in line with the competitions that we've been having.
Is that a sitcom?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's an animated. I don't know if that's a sitcom.
Is that a fucking sitcom? Is South Park a sitcom?
I don't know. I like the art. I do appreciate the artwork. I'm not growing tired.
Drop it in the comments, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, tell us, do you think South Park is a sitcom or not? Please let us know, because we would love to know if you think South Park is a sitcom or not. We have some doubters that need to be proven wrong or maybe proven right. So,
no, they're wrong. No, they're wrong.
All right. So what do you guys got?
Dre, you go.
See your tarps.
For me, I just tossed this on my Freddy Krueger shirt.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, so it says, I hate mornings, even though I love mornings, but at the bottom, you can't see it right now, it says, I hate mornings. And I got Freddy on there. But which is going to coincide with another tournament we're doing soon. Next, I think I'm going to do anime, and then after that, your greatest horror movies. So we'll do those too. Coming up on the Gamerish Network Facebook page, people. So look us up.
All right, E.
all right. So mine has a story. So a friend of mine always gets me dad gifts for my birthday. So last year, he got me this shirt of Robert Pattinson.
Oh no.
Good old Ronnie.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ronnie. So I figured, why not wear it? We give each other dad gifts all the time. So I once got him a shirt with Vladimir Putin with no shirt on, wearing riding a horse. So,
Was it an American flag too?
No, it's just this picture of him with no shirt on, riding a horse.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen that one. Like
"Make America Great Again" hat, Donald Trump hat.
Hey, you know what he got? You know what he got me this year? A MAGA mask.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hey, so that shirt, have you seen the pictures of Batista as Bane, the artwork?
No, someone did it like artwork, you said?
Yeah, it looks pretty sick. And it's like the comic book Bane. It's not Tom Hardy at all.
Right.
Should look cool. I might have to Google it.
Interesting. Yeah, I see it. It's weird.
But besides Robert Pattinson, I think the movie actually sounds like it's going to be pretty cool. I know.
I'm definitely looking forward to it, so
I know.
I'm not going to hate on it yet.
All right, so let's just go ahead and talk about that then. Let's talk about what we're playing and what we've been watching this week. It's been a week since we've gotten together and talked about some shit, so.
God, who you want to start with?
I'll start with you.
Me. Okay, so lately I've been playing like Ghost of Tsushima, of course. I don't want to go too much into it, I started playing on that new difficulty mode. Fuck, I already forgot the name of the difficulty. We got a patch for that, but I only played it for like 15 minutes this morning because I said I was gonna do it when I came home and got home later than I thought I would today. But it's I feel like because I'm kind of OP and still in Act 1. I know you guys are in Act 2, probably in Act 3 by now, but according to your last pod, but I'm still in Act 1 because I don't want to move on until I cleared out the whole fucking map. And so like I unlocked 3 stances. I already finished all the ghost tree. It's like I
Damn.
got like majority of the damn ghost tree, and all the sword stuff is unlocked for that stance already. So it's like maybe I'm kind of OP because playing it on the hardest difficulty, I didn't have any real challenge until I did like this one-on-one battle, one of those little battles there with this woman when I was trying to get the, what was it, the armor, I think it
Yep.
was?
Yeah, the bow armor.
Yeah, the armor. And then so other than that, I had a little trouble there, but other than that, the other stuff was kind of easy peasy. But I said maybe you guys said it gets harder in Act 2, so maybe when I go to Act 2, the difficulty might fucking spike on me, and then I'll get pissed off. So
The difficulty for me in Act 2 is starting to drop again.
Oh, it is? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little OP again.
But it's okay because this is what I always wanted Assassin's Creed to be like, because I hated that Assassin's Creed made me feel like I had to grind in order to go further into a game. This game makes me feel like, listen, if you want to grind now and destroy people in the future, do that now. If you want to fucking just move through the story and see what happens, you could go ahead and do that too, you know? So I love the way the pace of this game makes me feel.
What you been playing anything else?
I don't know what it is about ESO. I'm addicted to ESO, and even though I started,
There's been quite a few players hopping on lately.
yeah, now that we're playing it on Stadia, I started a new character. I have 2 new characters on Stadia, and it's just because, you know, the Stadia version looks so much more beautiful
Yeah,
than playing
it
on
does.
PS4. Like, it looks so gorgeous. It's like when I play on my PS4 with my level 200 and something character, is like, it's great that I'm this strong, but this does not look as good as when I'm playing on fucking Stadia, and it looks like you see all that. The draw distances are even way more beautiful. Like you see more. Like I'm in the Morrowind area right now, and it's just like, God, like what the fuck? And I'm still trying to teach my son how to play the game because it's something about ESO. I guess maybe it's not enough it's too much for his age, but he's getting mad at me now because I keep trying to get him to play this game. So I'm just gonna stick to Destiny with him and leave him alone with ESO.
So guys, what he's talking about with Stadia is that it is 4K. As long as your internet connection's high enough and you have a 4K TV, it is 4K. So it's not native 4K. I wish Donnie was here so I could, because I know I'm gonna fuck this up. But it's like called like the mirroring brick or marrowing, down to like tic-tac-toe board or something like that. So it's a different type of 4K, but I can't tell the difference. You know, I mean, my eyes can't see the difference between native 4K and the fucking whatever the mirroring 4K is. But it definitely looks better.
The difference of ray tracing and what we're seeing now, and show me how ray tracing changed the video game for you. Please, someone make a video and send it to us.
All right. So what have you been watching, Dre?
Oh, when it comes to what I've been watching, damn, well, of course, we're gonna get into this later. Just watched the latest Stargirl. I didn't watch the new episode of Doom Patrol yet. I've been watching like after shows of the challenge because I'm like addicted to the damn challenge on MTV. And but other than that, when it comes to other TV shows on Netflix, I just finally finished The Punisher. Finally finished The Punisher season 2.
Yeah.
And Ip Man 4. Like I just watched Ip Man 4 the other day while me and my wife on our little mini vacation we went on in our house that we rented out there. They had Netflix on. And someone left their Netflix account on the TV and we used it.
Nice.
So,
Oh shit.
yeah. And I watched Ip Man 4 on there. But I haven't got to watch anything else other than that. Other than those and mystery shows like Unexplained on Travel Channel and believers where people get encounters with ghosts because I'm into the supernatural.
Me too.
So that's all. That's all.
E, what you been playing,
So
bro?
I'm playing this game. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called Ghost of
Is that
Tsushima?
is that the pronunciation?
I don't
I don't know.
know. I don't know if you've heard of it, but I've been playing a lot of it.
It's getting a little buzz.
Yeah, I think a little bit. Here. So, yeah, I've been playing that a lot. What was I going to say? So, Dre, I'm with you about like clearing most of the stuff on the map before you go to the next. Because as Michael could tell you, because he stalks me on PlayStation, I got all 4. What's it called? Before I would even
Stances, yeah.
Yeah, all 4 stands before
I heard on y'all podcast.
I didn't get the 4th stance until I was at the Canada Castle. So he was definitely ahead of me on that.
Yeah, because I was kind of a little obsessed about that. But anyway, I'm still in the second act. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty. There's a lot to do in the second act. So
yes.
I just got that armor. His armor, the family, his father's armor.
Yeah.
I just got that. I haven't fully. Oh, what's it called? Yet.
It doesn't look as the helmet looks cooler with the deer antlers, but the rest of your body doesn't look as cool as your base.
Right.
You just look like a big fucking chicken.
I checked out some of your stream last night. I didn't want to watch too much. I didn't want you to fucking ruin it for me. But I saw you had some nice armor going on there last night and shit while you was playing. So being a good friend that I am, I just let the stream play, but I had my phone face down. You know.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Not all heroes wear capes.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it.
Not playing anything else?
No.
What about watching?
Not really watching much. I watched Doom Patrol earlier today. That's about it. A lot of YouTube stuff. Nothing really substantial.
I'm mad at Doom Patrol though because I used to watch it Thursday mornings,
What?
and then they switched. First it went to an hour later, so before it used to come on 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then this morning I go to see if Doom Patrol is ready for me before I leave for work, and then they're like, it's gonna come on at 9-10 o'clock. I was like, what the fuck? I'll push the damn time back. So that's killed me on Doom Patrol today. I didn't get to watch it in the morning.
So I listened to Fanboy, and with an opinion, Floor is Lava. I've been thinking about watching that.
Oh yeah. It's fun. I don't know if I said this on the pod. I might have, but it's a lot like that show Wipeout.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you've seen, but it's kind of like that. But it like Wipeout, it gets a little repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
So we like to fast forward just to see the people fall.
Nice.
And then to see if they win, or if they don't win. Because that's the great thing about Netflix is when you fast forward, you can kind of see the preview before you actually play it. So, but it's fun. I mean, those people are dumb, but.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Since I didn't fucking mention this, for the anime people that watch us, yes, I still watch my anime. Watching the newest thing on Crunchyroll, God of High School. Watch it. If you're not on God of High School right now, put your fucking control down and turn on your Crunchyroll or wherever you watch anime. Watch God of High School. Crunchyroll original, so I don't know if you can find it anywhere else, but God of High School, new anime out right now. You're gonna love that shit. Especially if you love shit like Baki and I forgot the rest of the fight and shit, but it's a great new anime. Just so people know.
All right, so I too am playing a little ditty called Ghost of Tsushima.
Never heard of it.
I didn't play it today, but I've played it every day since I've had it. I am in Act 2. I think I've got all of the armor up to Act 2. I think the only other piece of armor I have left is in Act 3. So I did that Kensei armor. That one took a little bit. That's where you have to go have the duels. You have to.
Yeah.
So that one took a little bit. I was happy when I got that one accomplished. Huh?
Is that what you did last night?
Yeah, he was the last. He was the 6th. So there's 5 duels before him. I love when that animation to where you see your opponent
Yeah.
taking his sword out and then he just clicks it open with his thumb.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, what movie did that come from? I'm like, yo, I know I recognize that from some fucking
Samurai
movie.
movies. Those are all
Yeah,
samurai
but
movies.
I'm like, or maybe an anime. Maybe I'm thinking of Bleach when Ichigo used to sometimes.
It's such a flex.
Yeah. It's just like I'm using my thumb. You're pulling that whole sword out with your arm. I'm gonna pluck my sword out with my fucking thumb.
Click. Like, okay. Today I played some Donkey Kong Country on the Switch. That was
Oh, it's on the Switch now?
yeah, it's on the
Already?
Switch now.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Got to play some co-op in that.
That-
Oh, was that on the emulator?
Yep.
The
Yeah.
Super Nintendo
Yep.
emulator?
Yep, the Nintendo Online.
Oh, we gotta
know.
play it.
I know. I played it today. It's so
Shit.
the one stage that gave me some problems. I didn't get to the second save spot, so I still had like 30 something men. But this one I died on probably 6 times. Was the fucking tracks, the mining tracks, the first one of those.
Yeah,
Remember that level?
I do. I think I do. Yeah.
It's a bitch. The mining escapades or whatever the shit
That's
it's
one of my
called.
favorite levels, though. One of my favorites.
Yeah, it used to be mine too because I used to just have that shit down, but
Had to relearn it.
it took me a minute. So, and I played Skyrim today
Yeah. Oh.
while I was on the Switch. So, guys, Eric and I have a podcast called The Nick and the Hick, and we did the best of games of 2011. And we had you, Facebook, Gamerish Network, vote on which game to pick, and you guys selected Skyrim. So in the beginning, we were playing it pretty often, but then Ghost came out, and sorry guys, Ghost is a really good game. So I was playing it today on the Switch. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and take the not so easy route because I was about as far on one character than I am on the PS4, anyways. So
God ring. Even
No.
with your God ring.
Yeah. Because I've had this game. I've had this cart for like 2 years, and I haven't played it for about a year. So that's as far as I got my character, anyways. Was that far? Playing it, I'm like, well, I can do this. This isn't that bad. So then I buy a horse for $1,000. I have to walk its ass and basically walk its ass because your fucking stamina runs out fast when you don't have a god ring. So all around a mountain to get to this fucking spot to get this horn. Go through all of that shit, and that horn's not even fucking there. And then when I come out and I'm going to the next spot on the map just to open it up so I can get another fast travel, a fucking bear comes out and kicks my horse's ass. And then I remembered, oh yeah, that's what sucks about this fucking game, is you will get lost out in the middle of fucking nowhere because when your horse is dead, your horse is dead.
Yep.
And you have to buy another one. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna go back to the mods. I watched Doom Patrol today. I watched Stargirl this week.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm caught up. I watched Stargirl this week. Dude, Eric, so I'm really thinking when we're done with Tarantino, I know we have a few other things to wrap up on the Nick and the Hick, but I started watching The Prestige today.
Nolan?
Oh, man. I've been thinking about it. There's not really a bad movie that he's made. I didn't like, I'm not a huge fan of Inception.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Well, that wasn't the question. The question was, what movie do you think is overrated? I think it's overrated.
He thought it was overrated.
Okay, I understand.
It's fine.
It's
not bad.
Of course, you don't say it's a bad movie.
It's no fucking Death Proof. You know what I mean?
Yeah, God, no. It is not Death Proof. Or The Sandlot.
Yeah, or The Sandlot. That was my two choices. So I had South Park today or I have You're Killing Me small shirt.
My wife wears that shirt like twice a week.
Yeah, I don't know if we did Nolan. He's got. I was just thinking about it. So you've got The Following. You've
Yep.
got Memento,
Yep.
Prestige, like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
those are all great
Yeah.
movies.
Bring me on when y'all doing M. Night Shyamalan movies.
Never.
Yeah,
Fucking never.
I mean,
Never.
Night
yeah.
Shyamalan, underrated.
No,
Underrated.
the problem with
Whoa, whoa.
Shyamalan is it's most of his movies are good the first time.
Whoa,
After
wait.
that, they're not good anymore. After
Wait.
Signs, they really went down to shit anyways.
Yeah, I think I'm getting a brain embolism. Well, hold on. Those fighting words. You think he's an underrated director, Dre?
Yes, I think a lot of people see one bad movie from him and they forget
One bad movie?
He's got a few.
There's like
All right,
four.
Avatar was a piece of shit.
No, that's a
Avatar.
horrible
What's
movie.
Avatar?
That was a piece
Oh,
of
that shit. Oh, the
Avatar was the worst piece of shit. Me coming from an anime fan, of course, Avatar was the worst piece of shit I've ever seen in my life.
What was the movie where the dude had the huge one big arm?
That was Lady in the Water.
That movie sucked too.
I adore.
All right, that's two. That's two.
That movie sucked too. The Village wasn't great.
I don't care
what about
no
The
one
Village?
tells me.
It wasn't
and I
that
love
great.
That soundtrack. That soundtrack is in my playlist all the time. I love Lady in the Water.
The movie sucks though. Next.
No, man. It's
that
all right.
movie sucks.
It's the greatest movie, but for those of us that are into those type of things, mystery and all that type of shit.
One big jack off arm.
You know, like, you know. And
then The Village.
I forget about that part with the guy with the huge arm, but I think about the story and like this fable all coming together in this movie and how everybody in the movie had their part to play in this story. You know, like showed what is it? Like people had meaning to their life, you know.
Yeah, but it wasn't good.
It wasn't great. It was good
looking
enough.
at me.
It was good enough for me. It was good enough.
And The Village?
Can watch Lady in the Water any day of the week. But
You're the only one. You're the only one.
You know what it was? I think it's because I love the music in the movie so much that I watched it.
That is not a good enough.
But what else? What else?
That.
What else? The Village?
The Village was a huge disappointment. That's
three. That's three.
Strike, you're out.
And what's the fourth one? What's the fourth one?
Everyone's not gonna hit gold, you know. Like
Are you
Nolan
serious?
comes pretty close.
Okay, all right, he comes close, but everyone has a shitty movie here or there.
Oh, wait. No. First of all, you look at everyone's filmography. They might have one bad movie. They won't have four.
Hey, and that's usually your sellout movie. That's your Avatar. That's your gimme.
Yeah.
That's
also,
the one.
The percentage isn't great. If he's done 8 movies and half of them are shit, that's not a great percentage because he hasn't made that many movies.
Depends on who you talk to.
Oh, really? The Happening is great? Dre,
The Happening?
is a good movie?
I wasn't mad at The Happening.
It's the worst movie of all time.
Attacking people, right?
What?
That's the one with the trees.
Yeah, the trees.
The human race.
Yeah. It is a horrible. It's worse than Avatar. It's worse than.
No, it was not worse than Avatar.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Did you ever watch the Avatar TV show?
But there you go. You just made my point. The only reason why The Last Airbender is not good is because it ruined the thought of the TV show. The Happening is awful, and it didn't come from anywhere. It came from his brain, from his head, and it's so fucking awful. Everything about The Happening is awful.
The Happening is a C+ movie.
So
No,
I like The Sixth
No, it is
Sense and I
not.
like Signs, but they're the type of movies that once you've seen them, you don't need to see them again.
It will
How
always
is Happening not worse than The Last Airbender?
Because I watched The Last Airbender. That's
There you go. Because you haven't seen the Happening. Awful movie.
All of you people who are now watching The Last Airbender because it's on Netflix, you're mad late. Stop with the memes, man. It's too late. It's too late.
All right. Well, the whole point of that is that we should probably do Nolan sometime because he's got a pretty strong catalog of a lot of movies. Like Memento, I haven't seen that movie in forever, so I wouldn't mind watching that.
It's better than Happening.
A lot.
Of course.
All right, so yeah, that's what I was watching this week. That's what I was playing this week. That's what the boys was watching this week and playing this week. Let's get into some gaming news. This, not a whole lot of gaming news this week. Well, okay, so there was a lot of gaming news this week, but it was all leaks. Like, there were a lot of gaming rumors this week. I'll start with the Xbox Series S controller. So I got this from Tom's Guide, and it was written by Michael Andrisio. So basically, a guy went over to some kid's party, and his dad or some family member works for Microsoft, and he saw a white Series X that wasn't really the same as the black Series X, and he was playing with a white Series X controller, the new controller, but it's white. So the whole rumors that are going out right now is that Lockhart does exist, that there is a second console out there.
But it can't just be a white Xbox. Like, come on. Lockhart probably does exist. I don't doubt it, you know, especially if PlayStation's going that route, but it could just be a white Xbox. Like, it's not out of the fucking realm that it can be a fucking white Xbox regular Series X, people.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Pretty soon we're going to have to start seeing prices. At some point, these guys are going to have to start taking in.
We're in August. We gotta see a price. If
We
the
got
shit's
to.
coming out like in
They got to
November,
sell them at some point, right? Don't they
Yeah,
have to have holds at some moment?
Sony's doing their press conference this month, right? We gotta see a fucking price this month coming. Like, gotta be a price. Or at least pre-orders. Well, we'll see a price with the pre-order, whatever.
So that's why this rumor, this leak, is kind of exciting, because Sony has two systems, the PS5. You've got your one with a disc, and you've got your one that's discless. And then if Xbox comes out and they have at least two systems, then we could have a pretty good price war going on, to where hopefully us as the gamers get some systems cheap.
But think about it like this, though. There's a thing. A lot of people are doing stories about how Xbox doesn't care about having two systems. They don't even care about having a console, because all their games are going to be through Game Pass, which we'll be able to play on our phones, which we could play on our PCs, you know, and it's just like, whatever, if you guys buy the console or not, as long as you guys all subscribe to Game Pass, we're going to make our money, you know? So
yeah, at first I really thought that was like a really good way of going about things, but now it just seems weird, because the more I read into everything, it's like, do you guys even care about us buying a box, like, at all? Because it doesn't seem like they do.
yeah, man. Microsoft has money, man. They fucking got money.
All right, so E, excited about two systems for both?
Sure.
Okay.
Are you still going disc based?
No, I don't know. I'm going back and forth with it, you know, because I don't know, because I thought
anything COVID taught me is that I don't need disc anymore. Really.
I only go back with PlayStation, going back and forth. I probably will get digital. With Xbox, I'm definitely going to go disc, because they're talking about you can play backwards compatible anything that Xbox has ever put out.
Right.
And I already have
That's always a plus.
Of Xbox original, Xbox 360 games, Xbox One games. Well, I don't have so many Xbox One games. Most of my games are Game Pass or digital.
Oh, you're talking about Xbox. Well, I thought you saw the original Xbox.
I got a gang of original Xbox games.
I got a whole box. Yo, one day we're gonna make it rich off of these fucking games that we have sitting in our fucking closets, man.
Nintendo is.
Yeah, Nintendo.
My mom and pop shop has a little deal on Facebook, and they're selling Paper Mario Thousand Year Door for $85.
Wow.
Yo,
yeah.
I think I still got that game too. I gotta go pull out my N64 games and see what I could fucking, if I could stop being lazy to fucking ship things to people. If you guys knew how many collectors editions of shit I have, Halo, Last of Us 2. I have the Ghost of Tsushima collector's edition, people that I want to sell, but I'm too lazy to mail it to anybody. So it's just sitting there because I don't feel like going through the whole shipping process, but it's still wrapped up. It's still in the box. I haven't even taken it out the shipping box yet. It just came, and I'm just like, I'll sell it one day. You know, so.
All right. E, so this next one you probably read about and have some interest in. So there were some Nintendo leaks that were out. Some source codes were leaked, and there was a lot of info that was going around. There was a Luigi apparently in Mario 64. There was originally an Ocarina of Time Part 2, a sequel. All kinds of shit. There was an original Donkey Kong that wasn't the fucking Donkey Kong by Rare. There was what's his name, the Mario guy. I forget his name. I know his.
Guy. We know the Mario guy is the Mario guy.
No, the guy that made it, the creator.
Oh,
Miyamoto?
Yeah, Miyamoto. So Miyamoto was doing a Donkey Kong, and I guess they started talking to Rare or whatever. So you know that he hates Donkey Kong. He's always hating on Donkey Kong. So this is the reason, I guess, is that they brought Rare in, and Rare did their own Donkey Kong, and he wasn't pleased with that. So what's crazy about source codes is, and this is what kind of where the news gets interesting, I think, is that people can go in and they can make these games now. They can put them on PCs. So if they're making a better Mario 64, say even Luigi's in it, and it's better rendering of graphics, there's better frames per second, it's just better games altogether. People can remaster this themselves and put it up for free. What would make Nintendo release a Mario 64 or release a better Ocarina? You know what I mean? So that's where I'll leave this. E, go ahead. What do you think about any of this?
I don't know. I mean, what are you asking? What it would take for them to do this?
Well, do you think our Nintendo has anything to gain to release a remastered 64 if people have codes and they could be making these games on their own now?
Not really. I don't think even if they didn't have the codes to make their own games, they would have anything to gain. Because I think they're pretty high up on the food chain as it is.
Yeah. Did you think any of these stories were cool? That there was a Luigi in 64
Oh, yeah.
or anything like that?
Yeah. I'm sure there are nostalgia people who would love to, play that shit, but I don't know. That's as much as you're getting
out. Dre, what'd you take from this leak?
Nintendo would not ever remake any of their old games because Nintendo is stuck in the past. They don't care about fucking remaking anything.
They don't need to, though. Do you think they need to?
Well, they don't remake, they remaster.
No, they don't need to because we still buy these old games at full price. Yeah. We still paying more for these new games, and we still pay $60 for fucking Smash Brothers Melee, which was $50 when it originally came out. But when I walked into one of these mom and pop shops the other day, it was fucking selling for $60 and shit. And Nintendo knows that their games are still making money. So why remaster it if people are still paying way more than they need to play for the original content? Nintendo don't care. This is why they don't care about innovating graphics on their console, because of us. We control the market, and they see, oh yeah, Xbox and PlayStation, let them fight it out with their new graphical systems and shit. Just give them a new Mario, and they're not gonna give a fuck about graphics. They could go ahead and make the new Super Mario's. They could give us a Super Mario Sunshine Part 2 and 64 graphics, and we're gonna buy it. And no one's gonna say shit. No one's gonna say shit because it's fucking Nintendo, and we don't expect anything more from them. We don't expect things from Nintendo. That's the thing. That's our problem. We are so caught up in the Xbox versus PlayStation war that we don't hold Nintendo to a higher standard. And that's my issue with Nintendo, is that they don't want to go to a higher standard because all we care about is give us a new Zelda, give us a new Mario, give us a new Smash Brothers, and we're going to shut the fuck up for another 5 years. And that's all it is to Nintendo. So let people make their emulators and shit like that. Nintendo's going to say, go ahead, because we're going to sue you. And knows how they sue the shit out of anybody
that shit out of them.
Their content. Because they know that if you make it better than them, they're just going to make money off of you anyway. So it doesn't matter. Nintendo will never work hard.
Well, that's a frame.
The American way. They'll just think that they'll fucking keep doing what they're doing, and that's that. Nintendo will just be Nintendo for the rest of our lives. We'll never see Nintendo reach the level of Xbox or PlayStation. Nintendo will always be third place when it comes to um, hardware, but first place in reaping in the most amount of money from us. You know.
All right.
So,
Yeah, I feel about the same way. Because they will, and we'll buy it. Last year, my favorite game for until I played Fallen Jedi, or Jedi Fallen, whatever the shit that
all in order.
was the Zelda Link's Awakening. That was my favorite game of the year, and that was a fucking remake to the T. Just a better cartoon animation that I did enjoy.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
from what, 1989?
Yeah, and they were just like, we don't ever gonna do much. All we
From
gotta
the
do is
Game
give
Boy?
them the Wind Waker graphics and put the new Zelda, just put Zelda on the title, and boom, these
So,
motherfuckers are gonna eat it up. These
Yeah, I
Westerners are
did.
gonna
I
fucking
loved
eat
it.
it up. You know, like that's how they think about us. We just eat up whatever they give to us, and we shut the fuck up. We if we complain the way we did about the Wii U, and the lack of games we got on the Wii U, but it wasn't even their games. We just complained about the lack of games. So they fixed that. But if we can complain about the lack of visuals nowadays and the lack of well, what's the word I'm looking for? Progress with the games and the times, maybe they'll do more. I know people talk about this rumor with the Switch Pro. Well, Nintendo ain't releasing no fucking Switch Pro. You're never gonna get a 4K Switch. And when Nintendo comes out with a 4K console, it's gonna be when PS5 and Xbox is
Have
on
8.
8K. Yeah, that's when we're getting a 4K Mario when they're on 8K.
Hey, did you
That's
guys
how.
get suckered into buying the HDMI cables for Wii, the first one
Uh,
that came out? And this was like
I don't remember.
this not HDMI but HD cables, and this was straight up the green, the yellow, the blue,
I
the
remember that.
red, the white.
I bought a whole new TV just to be able to
I
do.
bought that shit because I had a TV that already worked for it, and it didn't make a fucking difference.
Yep. I remember when
It did
Xbox
not. It did
360
not
came
make a
out with
difference.
that. 'Cause remember when Xbox 360 came out, you could do it with regular AV cables,
Right.
or you had the
Yeah,
splitter
and
where
that
you
big
could,
ass thing blocked the HDMI.
yeah, it was like, and you had all the plugs. And I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, I need these plugs. And he's like, why? Your TV looks perfectly fine. I'm like, can you buy me a new TV? Me being the spoiled kid that I was, fucking got a new fucking TV, even though my dad hated it, but I used my birthday to my advantage.
Hey,
Yeah.
that thing had a fucking switch on it that was for HD or for fucking um 480 or whatever. That was crazy. So I don't know if I said this. So I read that Nintendo leaks. I read that from Vice, article by Patrick Klepek. Moving right along, the last leak that I'm going to talk about. There is another leak out there that was with Call of Duty, but I was going to actually throw that for Donnie. But the next one's Spider-Man PS4 remaster that they're not a remake, remaster that they are going to give you that with the Miles Morales kind of an addition. We can call it DLC, right?
Weird. This is weird to me now because remember when they initially came out and said, like I keep telling people, when the first time we saw that trailer, they said this is an add-on to the
Yeah.
Spider-Man game. This was not going to be its own game. That someone from Sony called them and like, yo, shut the fuck up. These people are complaining. We're gonna make this a full game. So now I'm thinking they're saying if we actually get this full game, it's not because they wanted to give us the full game. It's because they needed to give us the full game for us to have this add-on in
That's
the
what
game.
I'm thinking too.
Yes,
Because I don't think there's anything else that they gain that's for doing that. You know what I mean? Because look, there's going to be. I think they've already got 100 PS4 titles that are going to be backwards compatible on PS5.
And only eight fucking games coming out on release day. People who are hating on Xbox who is gonna have 100 games available on day one.
So you got to imagine at some point Spider-Man's going to be one of those, right?
It should be.
All right, so yeah, that does it for my gaming news. E, do you care about that? Do you care about Them
No,
throwing
so I have a
Spider-Man
question.
with.
So, yeah. Well, I love that game.
I
So,
love
of
the game too.
course. So they're gonna remaster the game, just add whatever
Miles Morales.
Miles's story is.
This is the rumor. It's not okay. And by the way, this was from Matt Rooney. I think I got that from Gamer or Game. One of them. I don't know. Matt Rooney wrote this.
I don't know. It's weird. It seems like it's not that it's not that old. So why would
Yeah.
they then
Well, it's
do
not a
that?
remaster. I think we're using the wrong word.
They're saying that. Yeah, it's remastered.
I think it'll be well, okay. So let's
So
just say higher definition.
higher definition.
of the
Yes.
game. Yeah,
Okay.
That's
a
it.
higher definition
Which
version.
probably you're gonna get with just playing the fucking console anyways.
Yeah. So what
Yeah,
I
it doesn't
gonna
make
happen,
sense.
you're gonna get the Miles Morales game, and when you turn it on, at the start screen is gonna say play original Spider-Man story or play Miles Morales story.
Mm,
I think that's exactly what it's gonna look like when we turn that game.
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah. So that was it for my gaming news. Sorry, Dre. Do you have anything to? Well, because the reason I said D is because I wanted
I know.
his
Him to talk
input
about
on the
Hey,
Doritos
D,
fucking Call of Duty shit.
we miss you, D. Yeah, we miss you, man. Should have been here. But no, the only thing I had to add was well, of course we saw the leak about Black Ops Cold War. So
Yeah.
as usual, Black Call of Duty's new game always gets leaked. They might as well just start telling us 3 years along the line what the next 3 games are gonna be, because they never could hide that shit. Along with Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft is bad at hiding their Assassin's Creed content. And other than that, I guess we could talk about the war table with Avengers and just a little bit of stuff
Yep.
that they gave us with that. We got that Hawkeye reveal, which a lot of people knew was coming. Like, how you gonna do the Avengers and not have Hawkeye in there? So we got the Hawkeye will be in the Avengers game. They talked about what's gonna be in the beta, which we're gonna get 2 or 3 solo missions, and you get to fight one boss, the Abomination. We're gonna get
You get
they
Hulk.
got 3 different rooms for multiplayer. They called one harm rooms, the war rooms, which are the story mission, and some other room which I didn't hear too well, but they didn't talk about it. They stopped after war rooms, and the war rooms is gonna give us 5 missions for co-op multiplayer to play. So I guess we will be doing a Gamerish stream for those of us that pre-ordered the game. We'll do a stream for the war room missions. Me and Mike right now, and probably D and E if he decides to join. The
7th and
harm
8th PS Plus and multiplayer is free.
the
Yeah, I
harm room
heard. I saw.
is probably gonna be they said I think it's like training rooms and shit like that. They're gonna start everybody off with 3 skill trees when we start. The rest of the skill trees won't be unlocked until you play the main game. And yeah, that was like the basis of it all,
So last time I was watching The Last War Room, I think we were all comparing this to Ultimate Alliance.
Yes.
And it's not. I mean, when you are Iron Man, you are flying around like it's Anthem. The Hulk they've got this really weird transversal deal to like.
A lot of people are like, "What's Anthem?"
Yeah, exactly. The game that when you explain that, it's like you fly around like fucking Iron Man.
And they did come out with some news. There's a lot of leaks about Anthem this week, but I didn't feel like we had the audience
Yeah, I didn't either.
about that.
But so they showed a significant more amount of gameplay in this, and the gameplay looks pretty good. There were some things that were some quirks that they had to add just to, I guess so, fucking Black Widow and Kamala Khan can catch up with Iron Man and the Hulk. So with Iron Man, you fly around like you're fucking Iron Man, and with the Hulk, he takes his big long jumps, and each jump gets longer. And then Kamala Khan, Dre, you and I were talking about this before this pod, and I thought the exact same thing. So Kamala Khan and fucking Black Widow, they're moving around like they're fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, they like called up who made, was it Insomniac that did song?
Yeah.
So they called up Insomniac and be like, "Yo, can we use your code for Spider-Man and put it on these characters that can't really traverse areas?" And that's exactly what it looks like. And if you watched it, you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
So yeah, so I'm very interested in this. Now I did originally have my early access or whatever. I had it with Xbox, but I'm going in and I'm switching that at the old GameStop this week for PlayStation because PlayStation has an early access beta. Honestly I wanted it for Xbox because Xbox One X graphics is just better.
Oh, you didn't even tell me that you did it on Xbox. I did it on PlayStation.
Well, I'm going to change it, and here's the reason. So PlayStation PS4 is the only one that has an early access beta, and that's going to be next weekend. And then it's another week or 2 weeks after that before Xbox and
And I
PC
think
and
you got to
everybody else
get the
gets to play.
$69.99 version because on
Yeah.
mine the 69. No, I think no. If you get the $69.99 or up version, you get to play the game earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So you still get beta access, but you just get to play it earlier than the regular release date.
I don't know. So there's like 3 different betas, right? And this, bringing up Anthem again, this reminds me a lot of how Anthem fucking came into this game. We were all super hyped about it on the betas, on the early access beta, then on the regular beta, and I think there was a fucking third beta that was just free for everybody.
When it comes to Marvel, I think PlayStation is first, then Xbox and PC, and then on the open beta.
So yeah, the more I see this game, the more excited I do get about it. It's just going to be cool to play with 3 other guys as fucking the Avengers.
It's gonna be a solid 7. So
Yeah.
it's not gonna be bad.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be great.
But it's the Avengers, so we're going to buy it and we're going to play it.
Cameron movie. A solid 7.
Yeah. So that's. I watched that War Room. I don't think I watched any other videos or anything else. It's like our digital era of E3 has been dying down now.
Oh, I had an idea for E3s for a drink of the game. I think I was about to go through the last decade of E3s, starting with 2010, and watch the whole thing over again and give you guys my thoughts of games I thought were going to be hits that ended up being failures. And if I was right about a game being a failure and it did end up as a failure, I wanted to. So I think for the next few weeks, I'm going to do a E3 retrospect for the past 10 years and go through
That's a good idea.
every single
that's fun.
and let y'all know the
I'd
hype
like to see
I
the
might have had.
ones a couple years ago when they released info of Jedi Fallen Order, Sekiro, and fucking Ghost of Tsushima at the same time, and it's been that long since Ghost of Tsushima finally came out.
Yeah, man. And when Ghost of Tsushima was first shown, I didn't even think much of it. When Fallen Order was first shown, I thought it was gonna be another shit Star Wars game from EA. You know, like,
it wasn't.
No, dude, I liked it.
I still didn't finish it because I don't know what it is that
Now I've tried replaying it and I'm not into it.
You know, I gotta get back to Star Wars. I think I gotta finish that fucking game, man.
The ending's awesome.
Hey, question about this Avengers thing. So, did you guys notice that Hawkeye has a hearing aid?
No.
You sure it's not like a comms thing?
No. If you rewatch it, he's got like a hearing aid. Because apparently in the comics he loses his hearing. So it's supposed to be like a little nod to his comic book counterpart.
Oh, I didn't notice.
All right, Dre, so what do you think? Does that wrap up our gaming news?
Yeah. I don't have anything else to add. Yeah.
Didn't you have something that you were talking about, the 20 top games?
GameSpot.
Oh, well, that wasn't news. That was like, all right, so GameSpot came out with a list of their top 20 games of this year so far, halfway into the year. So I
didn't know there was 20 of them.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to see if you guys could either guess or we could agree with their top.
I just looked at them.
Do you want to get? Oh, you looked at it?
I just looked at them.
Of
Sorry.
course you did. I figured you probably.
Sorry, I didn't.
All right, so they called it the 20 amazing games for 2020. So first up, they had Animal Crossing: New Horizon. Number 2, they had Call of Duty Warzone. I could agree with that too. Next up, Doom Eternal. Even though I barely remember half the fucking game.
How much do you think is Doom Eternal? How much do you think it's selling for right now?
Like,
I think
Like
probably
buy brand new, like
2,
buy
3
brand
million.
new. No, I meant how much do you think it costs to buy?
It's
Like
probably
it hasn't
still probably
still
$59.99. I bet.
All right, because I want to play that game.
Because you can get the Doom 2016 for next to fucking nothing.
you know what I'm thinking right there, but E doesn't have like a fucking like Google. I mean, yeah, Google Ultra. I could be like, yo, E, you could just put my damn Google account, Stadia account on a Chrome or something, and fucking play it. Or plug your Xbox controller into the computer. I can let you log into my Google Stadia account and
Okay.
play all my Stadia Pro games.
Yeah, I want to play. I want to play that game.
Yeah, so it's not like they're gonna be like, "Hey, this is not Andre's computer. Fuck you doing?" You know.
So I haven't played that one, but that one did well.
Yeah, and then also the next up was Dreams, which I saw someone created a Halo 4 or a Halo mod Dreams game for Halo.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That looked beautiful. I didn't know Dreams was that powerful of a fucking game that you could. But then again, it's up to the dreams, I guess, of the player. You know, whatever is in your mind is probably possible if you try hard enough. So Dreams got my nod just because when I saw that. Another one was called Evans Remains. Don't know shit about this game. It's another side scroller. Final Fantasy VII Remake, of course. Half-Life Alex, which I hope one day comes to Oculus Quest. Please just bring it to my Quest or make it a fucking regular console game.
Somebody just send me some VR.
You know, another game called If Found for PC and iOS. No one talks about this game, so this is definitely one of GameSpot's opinions because no one's brought up this fucking game at all this year. The Last of Us Part 2.
Which didn't GameSpot murder that game?
I think
Yeah,
they gave it
seven.
Yeah, they gave it a 7, but they
It
still
was
call
IGN who gave it a
IGN tend it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they tend it. Yeah.
And they tend to Half-Life Alex.
Yep. And then so Ori and the Will of the Wisp.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Xbox.
People love that fucking game.
Yep. I don't know why. I gotta play it. Let me stop talking shit if I haven't played it. I always talk shit about people that talk shit about a game they haven't played, so I'm not gonna talk shit about a game I haven't played. Persona 5 Royal, which I do have, and
Not a new game.
yeah, it's another fucking 20 hours, I believe, of content added to Persona 5, which is a lot. Because it took me a while to fucking go towards the end of I never finished Persona 5, but I started it all over again because I bought Persona 5 Royal, and now
that's a lot of people's favorite game of all time.
Yeah, it definitely is. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon was a surprising to see that it made this list for the Switch. Resident Evil 3, Shantae and the Seven Sirens, another one of those side scrollers that I don't really care for. Streets of Rage 4, which I still need to fucking finish.
It's good.
The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, which I was very surprised by this. I didn't think, like, people have been telling me to play this game, but I don't want to plug in my PlayStation VR. Please come to Oculus Quest. I don't want to plug it in a PlayStation VR. Is so much work. It is too much work. Like, you know how many wires you need to plug in your VR system for PlayStation? It is so much. That's why it's sitting here collecting. I'm about to sell this shit, man, because I'm too lazy. I can't even ship packages to people, let alone plug in my fucking VR. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, which I'm going to buy as soon as I finish Dragon Quest XI on Switch. I was surprised to see this. Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics. I love it, but I didn't expect it to be like their top 20 games of the year so far. Paper Mario, the Origami King, which I'm going to trade in games to get because I don't trust it, so I'm not paying full price.
I think that's a game my wife and I can play together.
Yeah, I think if Mark was here, he would go in on why we should be playing Origami King right now. But Mark, you aren't here. Sorry, man. Next up was Ghost of Tsushima, which we all know everyone in the world is playing, and that was last.
Never heard of it.
So that's all 20 games that they have as the top 20 games of 2020 so far.
All right, not bad. I guess on paper, it's been a better year than what I've experienced.
You know.
Oh,
You know what else I've been playing? The fucking early founders edition of, was it Rogue Squadron? I downloaded that. I paid $15 because I know it's gonna become a free game, and it's not a bad game. Like I was able to pick up and play easily. The learning curve was real easy, but my one gripe about that game is how small the levels are, and it's 4 versus 4 combat, but the levels are way too small. They need to expand on that.
What's the steering like? Is it inverted or?
Oh no, it's regular. Yeah, it's like it's inverted regular. I don't know, exverted, inverted. I don't know. Whatever
I don't
is
know. If you up, is it up?
yeah, up is up, down is down.
That actually fucks me up in flying games.
Yeah, you sound like my cousin. I think Mo is the same way. Like he always has to switch it if it doesn't let him do that in flying games. He does the same thing. He's just like you. But we can move on.
Okay. So that wraps up games. Let's talk about some media. Captain Cannon.
yo, before I get started, I just want to say I'm watching this, Avengers, kind of
Yeah.
like run through the beta. I was on the fence about this game, but I'm starting to like this more and more.
Yeah,
the
after
more I
the
see
second
this.
one,
The vertical is so much more than I thought.
Yeah,
You're
definitely
right.
agree.
You're right that Iron Man, when you're Iron Man, you are actually flying
Yeah.
as Iron Man. And some of these skin changes, like being able to play as Mr. Fix-It, the Gray Hulk, and that's pretty. It gives me a fanboy boner, you know. Also, I wanted to clarify that there was a comicbook.com article that Hawkeye is actually wearing a hearing aid. That they actually contacted Crystal Dynamics and they confirmed that they were just basing the character on a lot of the comic book story arcs.
You know,
A lot of the game is comic book.
actually, I had a chance to work for them. They hit me up on Indeed to
Oh yeah.
write them an article to work for them, but I never responded because when I started my new job, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to write game articles and fucking do our podcast. And
Yeah, as it is, you have so much crap on your
it would have
plate.
been too much. Yeah, it would have been too much for me if I made it onto comic book. With the amount of articles they release a day, I can imagine how much they probably ask me to fucking do. So
You get to be a Hulkbuster. You go in the Hulkbuster suit.
Yep.
That's pretty fucking
You get
awesome.
that app on beta.
oh, I forgot to mention about the Fortnite stuff. If you part of the beta, you finish it.
Get the Hulk hands.
You'll get the Iron Man Hulk Buster arms or the Hulk whatever arms as your pickaxes to destroy things and gather shit in Fortnite. So you can tell your kids if you want a reason for your kids to join you while you're playing.
Yeah, I think it would be something fun that we'll do for, a couple months, and it'll sizzle out.
Yeah. All right. So first thing I wanted to talk about was, did you guys see the Batman Death in the Family trailer?
I did not.
And oh my!
You didn't watch it?
Hold on. We'll crucify him in a second. I just want to say that I'm not the biggest fan about the DC animated movies. I mean, some of them are good. Some of them aren't good. There's nothing that's great. But I will say that after seeing this trailer, I was very impressed. And I hope this just isn't a cock tease.
You know why we're impressed? Because we get to choose what's going to happen.
Yes. Don't blow your load. Yes. So, dear Michael.
Okay.
I'm sure you've heard of Death in the Family. It's a famous comic book in the 80s where Robin dies, right? The second Robin dies. So the history behind that was fans were given a 1-900 number to call to vote on whether we wanted to see Jason Todd live or die. So the death, people wanted to see him die. It wasn't a landslide. It was actually pretty close. So now they're making a movie out of it, an animated movie out of it. So they're taking that idea from what happened, and they're giving us the choice of whether or not he's going to live or die. But also, there's a caveat on that, like live or die, or like you get to choose how he lives. Does Batman save him? Does he get out of it himself? That sort of thing. And the awesome thing about it is, based on your choices, a la Walking Dead, the story actually changes based on what you choose.
Oh.
So that's the selling point for this movie, because, you know, I mean, it's one thing you get to choose whether he lives or dies, but, you know, we saw in one of the trailers that he can become the Red Hood, or he can become Red Robin, or, you know, a different character, or obviously
Or Jared Leto.
Or he could, yeah. So, but I thought that was pretty awesome. Dre, I'm assuming you thought the same thing. Dre.
Oh, you cut out on me just now. You froze.
Or maybe you froze.
Yeah, that was your internet, because I heard him the whole time.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I didn't hear that.
So what did you think? I mean, with us being able to choose what happens, and then the story changes.
I thought
based on that.
Great. You know me, I'm a story guy, and I love doing choice-based games. So I'm obviously and shit.
I mentioned Walking Dead.
Yeah, I heard that part. Yeah, so I'm all for day one. I will purchase this wherever it's released. And I'll be ready for whatever pod you want to do about this shit, and we could talk about our choices and what you did, what I did. I think that's a perfect pod to make.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm ready.
So, Michael, real quick question: you've watched the other DC animated movies? I'm assuming.
Some. So I watched when I was a kid. I definitely watched the animated series. I loved
the TV shows.
I loved Mask of the Phantasm. That shit threw me for a flip when I found out it was a chick.
Yeah.
I haven't been big into animated movies for a while. I just watched Mortal Kombat: The Scorpion's Revenge a couple weeks ago, and I think I am getting more of the taste for watching animated movies. So I'll be watching it.
Well, the thing is, these DC movies, they're great for people who haven't read the comics, but for people who have read the comics, they're kind of annoying.
Oh, Killing Joke. I watched that not too long ago. Well, a couple years ago.
Yeah, they added that whole Batman Boinks Batgirl, which was ridiculous.
I still, because of that one scene, I haven't watched it. That's because
because of that one scene, yeah?
I haven't watched it yet because everyone talking about that stupid shit. And I'm like, this is stupid. Like, now it ruined my whole mood for watching that damn movie, man.
So, yeah, I'll check that out. And it would be pretty cool to see if
choose your own.
We really get options.
I'll watch. If it goes on DC Universe, I'll watch, but it's not on.
I doubt it will. Well, not right away. Anyway.
Not with the way it's going right now.
It's going down.
Yeah, with that, yeah. It's a Titanic. Don't be Jack. Get on the piece of floating wood. So the next thing was, we kind of already talked about this on Facebook, but I wanted to get Michael and Dee's opinion on this. Miss you, D. So Brie Larson wants to play. Am I saying the name right? Samus?
Yes. Samus.
Yeah. Samus wants to play Samus in a Metroid film, and Twitter is behind her. So before I get Andre's rant, Michael, what do you think of this?
I hate it when one person gets to be everybody.
Okay.
That shit gets on my nerves.
That's a good point.
You know, remember a couple years ago, and luckily a lot of the things didn't happen, but remember when Channing Tatum was going to be fucking everybody?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's an it thing. If you're the it guy or the it woman, Hollywood wants you for everything. Yeah.
So for that, I don't care for it because I do want to see new blood and new roles.
Mm-hmm.
But she does. I mean, I only saw a little cartoon cutout for when, you know, Samus dies, but she does fit it. I mean, as far as the looks, I don't know who else I would
could do
put.
it.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think of Brie Larson as an actress standalone?
Well, we just didn't get. So I didn't care for Captain Marvel a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did. I like it better than damn near anything in the DCEU.
Yeah, that's not saying much, but yeah.
Not saying much. Maybe not Wonder Woman.
Even better than Christopher Nolan's Batman.
I
That's
said
what
DCEU.
DCEU.
Oh.
DCEU.
How dare you? So, I don't know. She wasn't great in it, and then in Infinity War and in Endgame, she wasn't really a part of it at all.
Right.
So I don't
Especially
know.
Endgame,
Yeah, I guess Infinity War she wasn't in it, period. But Endgame she wasn't. The very end, I mean. And then I thought she was way more powerful than what we actually seen on
Right.
what we actually saw on TV or on our TVs. As far as her acting chops, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's why she'd be getting the role.
Well, I mean, she was nominated for an Academy Award.
Yeah, I don't know how much acting you have to. It'd be a lot of voice acting. I mean, she's basically the Mandalorian, but a chick, you know?
Yeah. So Dre, I'm assuming you feel the same. You're probably more against it than anything, right?
Yeah, I'm more against it only because of her acting as Captain Marvel.
But let me ask you guys this though, and Michael kind of already answered this question. Have you ever seen a movie other than Captain Marvel with her? You know, have you ever seen another Brie Larson movie?
The comedy, the 21 Jump Streets and shit like that. I remember those.
If I have, I didn't know it was her. She wasn't important to me. You know, like.
Well, but in her defense, she's only been a star for a very short amount of time. You know, I mentioned she did this one movie where she was nominated for an Oscar, and then they casted her as Captain Marvel.
Now that I think about it, she could work as Samus because Samus has a suit on most of the time, and we don't got
to. It's going to be
That's
voice
what Michael
acting.
just said. Yeah, that's
voice
what Michael
acting.
just said. Yeah.
So Mike makes a point there because we don't have to see her fucking dry ass face. I can't even recall if I could count 3 times in a movie where she fucking smiles. I can't.
But again, you've only seen one movie.
Yeah, but at the same time, like she doesn't look like anybody that tells jokes or
21 Jump Street.
Like, well, I watched those movies and I don't remember her in it at all. I've seen.
But again, because she's barely in it though. She's not in it. She's not in it that much. Did you guys ever see Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Yeah. I didn't even know that was her until somebody pointed that shit out.
Because she wasn't a star. She was on a Showtime show that you probably never heard of. So she had a music career that nobody listened to. So yeah, you wouldn't know who she was.
Yeah, well, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, she was good, but then again, she was playing a girl that's not happy. You know, she played a character that's not happy, and that's more of I could see her more of a villain than ever seeing her as playing a hero, at least without a mask on. So as long as she has her suit of armor on, go ahead, by all means, play the role. But when it comes to come out the suit, please up your game. Just up your game when you're out the suit. You know, that's it.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, you do make a good point that she's always I wouldn't say characters that don't smile. It's usually more like sour characters or because the movie that she was nominated for was called Room, and it was about a woman who gets kidnapped and has raped, and then gives birth to a rape baby, and then raises the rape baby. So, yeah, I kind of see what you mean. She doesn't play the happy-go-lucky kind of characters.
It doesn't look friendly. Like, I feel like if we met her at Sony behind closed doors, she wouldn't be this happy woman. Like, she'll be one of those that try to order us around.
I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but you never know. I guess you never know.
But most celebrities are fucking assholes. Like, most of them are.
Eric, what do you think? Are you for it? Against it?
I don't know. I don't hate her as much as Andre does, but
I don't hate her. I just want her to be more lively.
Okay. So you're basically telling a woman to smile more? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Be careful. Careful how you answer that. I think I don't know. I think it's fine. I agree with you though, Michael, that you should probably give it to somebody. Whenever somebody said, "Oh, who do you think should play Spider-Man?" or "Who do you think should play Batman?" I always said, "I don't fucking know. Give it to a fresh face. Give it to somebody new.
Yes.
You know, somebody who can act and maybe somebody who hasn't who's not oversaturated in movies like a lot of these actors and actresses are." But yeah, I mean, especially if fanboys don't care for her, do other movies to kind of build the base up. Because she literally just went from one movie and then Marvel movie, and then people didn't really care
the
for it.
whole, you know what? I was in a Marvel movie solo, and now I could get any movie role I want. Which is
No, but that is the movie role. It's you get nominated, then you can get the Marvel role.
Yeah, it's because most of our Marvel characters, they either were proclaimed actors already, or they became something big. Like we know, Chris Evans was fucking in Scott Pilgrim too. Who would have thought that would be our fucking Captain America? Guy.
Yeah.
Who would have thought he would be our Captain America?
I have to correct myself. She actually did win the Academy Award. So there you go. She won the Academy Award,
and get Marvel.
That's what got her. Yeah. Now it's you get Marvel. Before it was like you couldn't give those roles away. But I will say, when I first heard that Chris Evans might be Captain America, I didn't see it because he had already done Human Torch.
Like this comedian.
And that's what I mean. Why does he get everything? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had already done Human Torch, so I thought, I didn't know if it would work. But
that slipped my mind too. Yep, he was Human
He hit
Torch.
it out of the park. So,
yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah, he's done like 4 comic book movies, so he's always. Hey, what do you mean he's an asshole?
And as the Human Torch, he was an asshole.
Oh yeah, totally. And
but that was
Andre, maybe in real life.
Born to play, like he's born to play assholes in his.
He's like the cookie cut boy next door. That's what Disney's made him to be. These guys have to sign contracts that they are not allowed to fuck up.
Yeah, you mean they're
in
not
everyday
allowed
life.
They're not allowed to post Instagram videos.
Yes, they're not allowed to do shit like that.
Blowjobs.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of assholes in real life, Johnny Depp is reportedly to play the Joker in the Batman Beyond movie. Now, I think this is just rumors at this point because, again, I would have liked to have asked Dee this because he had mentioned that Michael Keaton might possibly play Bruce Wayne in this movie. So the rumor is that Tim Burton might direct this.
Yes.
And so if Tim Burton directs this, then Johnny
Depp's going to be in something. So bottom Carter.
So here's the thing.
Oh my God, I don't want another Tim Burton directed fucking Batman.
All right, calm down. So here's the thing. What do you think of this now? Okay, well, Michael, what do you think of this before I ask the question?
I don't like it at all.
Okay, and why is that?
I don't like Johnny Depp playing an eccentric character. The Johnny Depp movies that I really like is when he's playing a somewhat normal fucking person.
Okay, I wanna add to that, but go on. What
so
else
like Blow, where he's not a normal, but he acts like a person. Fucking Donnie Brasco, I love that movie. He's kind of like a person. Other than that, he goes Willy Wonka. He goes fucking annoying. You know what I mean?
But yeah. Sorry.
And I see him doing that with the Joker. I see him being overly eccentric.
Now, here's the problem with that. Well, not really a problem, but that's really what made him famous as an actor.
Yeah.
For doing these
Fear and Loathing.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yep.
But the problem is that he's done it too much to the point where you expect it, and nobody really is blown away anymore by it.
Yeah.
Dre, what about you? What do you think about this?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I would love to see Johnny Depp because, like you just said, it's what we're used to with him now. Is playing.
Yeah, but it's not fun anymore. But it's not fun anymore.
He could just be Willy Wonka.
Man, if we dealt with Jared Leto, I could fucking deal with Johnny Depp.
No,
we didn't. We didn't deal with it.
No,
we watched it, right? We watched it. So we dealt with it.
Yeah, but he wasn't really he was barely in it.
Yeah, but we still knew he was gonna be in it as the Joker. They planned on making him a Joker for more than one movie until they saw how we reacted to it, But I think I would give Johnny Depp a chance. I would give him a chance.
Now here's my question to you both. He is no longer so because of the current situation that he's in. Do you really think he could even get this role? Because he's not a bankable star anymore. And
I He's
I
always
think
bankable.
No, he's not. Tell me, okay.
Yeah.
Tell me the last hit movie he's been in. I'll wait.
I liked Rum Runner. All right.
No. The last hit movie he was in. I'll wait.
What was that? What was it? The Dillinger movie? The gangster movie?
And how long ago was that?
That was probably 10 years ago at least.
Right.
That wasn't 10 years.
That was
Yes,
at
it
least
was.
10 years ago. At
Yes,
least
it
10 years
was.
ago.
No, I'm not that old. Fuck out of
are.
here. No,
We
I'm
are.
Not, that old.
Yes.
Not when
We
I
are
was
that old.
20. That would be when my son was fucking born. And my son was alive and well when that movie came out. Like, that kid,
I'm thinking he's got a lot of like him and Smith do shit together where he's got some smaller roles and maybe not
Smaller
hits.
roles. I'm not talking smaller roles, but we're talking about
The popular
a
movies.
hit movie, like a hit movie.
all right.
He's
Pirates
been in.
of the Caribbean at World's End.
How long ago? How long ago was that?
Probably like 6 years.
That's probably 10 years ago too.
No, that movie did not come out.
All right,
the
calm
same
down,
year.
calm down. What movie? Pirates of the Caribbean or what now?
At the third one,
Dead
at
Man Tell No
World's End.
Tales?
No, at World's End. Dead Man
I
Tells No
think that's
Tales
the
was
third one,
one.
and the Dead Man Tells No Tales is after that one, right?
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
fourth
Dead-
one.
But it was still a blockbuster.
Dead Man at World's
At
End was
World's End.
2007.
All right, so not 10 years ago. Okay. Third.
So
No,
almost
wait.
close.
Yes.
But
yes.
let's see. Public Enemies was 2009, 10 years ago.
Public,
Oh, the Whitey one.
That movie didn't do well. That movie didn't do well. The last movie that he was in that made some kind of money was either On Stranger Tides or Alice in Wonderland. And those are both close to 10 years ago.
Stranger Tides was the most close to 10 years ago too.
That's 2011.
When was Rum Runner?
Rum Diary was 2011 as well.
Rum Diary.
But again, that movie didn't do well.
I thought it did.
That's where he met his current wife.
Yeah.
You give me 2 seconds and I will tell you. It's a 51% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I don't think it did that
time is
well.
fucking flying, man. Like, I'm feeling mad old right now. Like a motherfucker, yo. I'm feeling mad fucking old.
Okay, so you don't think he's bankable, Eric?
No.
How do you think he would
Hey,
play the Joker?
How what? I'm sorry, what?
How do you think that he would play the Joker?
First of all, the budget for the Rum Diary was $45 million, and the box office was $23 million. So
Ooh.
no, not a.
That was definitely forgettable for me.
I don't think he would. See, the problem is I don't think he has it anymore to play those kinds of eccentric characters. I think that this whole thing with him and Amber Heard has really hurt his career drastically. I mean, I read an article about the Fantastic Beasts movie about
that would be the last ones, but they weren't big
No.
hits. But
not
last
really.
ones he was in.
There's a last. Yeah, but that's not the last. That's like one of the last movies he was in, but it didn't do that great.
No, they didn't.
So
the
the
first one did better than
franchise-
the second one.
The franchise is stalled, and for multiple reasons. And one of the reasons is because Johnny Depp has this whole thing between him and Amber Heard.
Well, and J.K.
And
Rowling is not.
Well, that's another reason.
Bankable.
That's another reason. But it's just the fact that every day we hear something new about what they've done to each other, shit in the bed, threw glass at each other. It's just like back and forth, back and forth. And so Hollywood doesn't want that kind of attention. That's one. Two, he has not made a movie that's made money in a long time. I mean, he's made a lot of clunkers in the past 5 to 7 years. Mordecai, there's another thing. Pirates of the Caribbean kicked him out. They fired him. They're going to do a movie without him. And they claim it's because
he's a great Jack Sparrow.
They claim it's because they want to go in a different direction. No, it's because he's getting into domestic disputes with Amber Heard. How would he be as the Joker? Frankly, I don't care because I don't think. I mean, I do think he can't do any worse than Jared Leto, but at the same time, I mean, he's just going to be, like you said, Willy Wonka.
He's going to be Willy Wonka.
He's gonna pick somebody to emulate his performance on, and it's just not going to fit. because he said when he did Willy Wonka, he emulated his performance on Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And look how great that turned out. So, no,
Horrible.
I mean, look, I love Johnny Depp, and I think he's still a great actor, and I want him to do well. So I don't want people to think that I'm being negative towards him. I'm just saying, and you guys might like movies that he's in, which is fine because I like movies that he was in.
Like
too.
Tusk, I liked that.
Like Tusk. But the problem is, none of those movies have done well. And Hollywood doesn't give a fuck if you like The Rum Diary. What they care is that The Rum Diary lost money. So he's not, I mean, I really don't think he's going to be, I don't think he's going to be a good fit, and I don't think the studio is going to clear him. But as it is, Tim Burton may not even do this fucking movie. So,
yeah, I mean, what was the last hit he had?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I don't know. That's, Dre, you got anything else to add to that?
Give us Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, that's what everyone wants with all those memes and shit, right?
And I'm going against, like, don't give everybody everything. Yeah, he was Green Goblin, but I don't give a shit.
I liked him in Green Goblin.
I did too.
Yeah,
I did.
Goblin. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe or Mark Hamill.
Well, yeah, of course. So one of the last things I'm going to talk about before we get into the TV shows is that the Umbrella Academy Season 2 put out the very first scene of the first episode. You guys watched it, right? That scene?
I watched it.
I did not watch it, but I loved the first season.
All right, yeah, I was going to ask you if you'd seen the first season. So
I didn't read the comic, so I liked the shit.
Yeah, Dre, that thank you for reminding me, Dre. So have you read all the comics?
I haven't read all of them. At my time at Amazon, I finished the first set. I finished the first edition. I bought the second edition. When I left Amazon, I left my book behind in my locker. So some lucky person has got my book. I never got to finish reading it, but I know how the second edition of comics starts with the whole, the alien invasion was all part of the first. Like I was telling Mike, you need to read the comics because it's on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
The TV show and so different. So when I saw this, I'm like, okay, this is definitely way off script. It's definitely way off script from what I read.
Right.
But it still looks good to me. I can't wait to see how they got in that situation and what Five's gonna do because he's my favorite character. But yeah, I love the trailer, man. It starts Friday, tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Tomorrow,
yeah, it's Friday.
And I took the day off from work tomorrow.
So you can watch all the episodes.
I'm probably gonna binge this shit tomorrow,
Hey, Michael, I don't know if you're gonna watch season 2. I don't know if I would suggest to watch this because it's like they claim it's just the first scene.
Yeah.
So you're probably just gonna end up watching it anyway.
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I was, I was a little on the fence of season 2, but so far it looked pretty good. I mean, there's not much to go on, but so yeah, I mean, I won't give away too much. It's just the scene is number 5, he goes into the past and he can't find his family, and he sees that it's an alternate past where Russia has invaded America.
Okay.
So it's like a little bit of a battle between the Americans and the Russians, but it was pretty good. So I did want to bring this up with the show. So season 1 came out in February of last year. And so season 2 is premiering in July or at the end of July. So what do you consider Netflix? Movies, like a movie studio or a TV studio?
But Netflix?
A streaming service, but they are becoming a movie studio.
Okay.
Yeah, they're more TV, but they're trying their best. And they do good with their movies as well.
Because the reason why I asked you this question is because the timing of the releasing of the 2 seasons is odd, in my opinion. So for the reason why so season 1 comes out in February. And for movies, February is, no pun intended, a cold month, right? But for TV, it's actually a hot month. It's a good month, February. But now season 2 is coming out in July. And for TV, July is a cold month. But for movies, it's a
summer
good month.
blockbusters.
So it's summer blockbusters. So it's like, it was odd to me that they chose two completely different seasons to release season 1 and 2. Do you think that's because they didn't expect season 1 to do so well, so they threw it in February, and then it ended up doing so well, and so they put it out in the summer?
I would say it's a part of that, then plus the lack of blockbusters that we've had this year in 2020.
Well, the issue with that is they probably, mindset on a release date months ago before this whole shit storm hit us. So, I mean, they would have been releasing this in July during summer blockbuster season, without knowing.
It had a place in this, the whole COVID thing, like definitely had a place in this. Because right now we're at a point in where none of our TV shows are really on. Like when I'm recording, looking at my DVR, there's no Flash, there's none of those CW shows. Like nothing's on right now. For them to release it now,
Yeah, well,
shows
it's frozen.
really on at the moment. So what else do we have left to do but fucking indulge in this fucking shit, And I'm glad I reminded myself it comes out tomorrow, because I'm gonna fucking I thought I was just gonna play Ghost tomorrow all day, but it looks like I'm probably gonna be on Umbrella Academy all day tomorrow.
All right, so the in April of 2019, it was renewed for a second season. The release date was unknown until May 18th of 2020.
So there you go.
So it is very possible that but here's the thing, let's say COVID didn't happen, when do you think they would have released this? Because it wouldn't have been that much further into the future. September?
Yeah. I think it still would have came out this summer.
Yeah.
Right.
Fall maybe, tops.
So we don't know how much COVID really went into the release date. But regardless, yeah, I think everyone's going to watch. That's another pod for you, Dre, for us to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to talk about that shit. I got to rebuy that book again, because I can't go into Amazon now and be like, yo, where the fuck's my shit out my locker?
Well, are you talking about Dallas 1963? Is that the one?
Yeah, the second edition, volume 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's three volumes.
Yeah, 3 volumes, and I was on volume 2.
So how true did first season stick to comic book?
Pretty true.
Yeah, they did a lot. They switched up a little. Like I know the stuff with the brothers, I could see the dead stuff. Like they switched him up a lot, but other than that, everything else was pretty much on point.
I remember a change. I remember a big change. So one of my favorite moments of the comic, or characters of the comic, were the hitmen. And
I like them in the show.
But the comic, they were badass and they were cool, and they never took off their masks. Never.
Okay.
So that air of anonymity made them kind of cool, made them badass, and they did not have the storyline that they had in the TV show. So sometimes, in my opinion, less is better. And so them fleshing out those characters for the TV show just gave me a little bit of a bad
because
taste.
they had Mary J. Blige, there was no way they was going to keep her head under a fucking mask.
I thought Dude was hilarious.
But I felt like it took away from their characters, because they really weren't the same characters as they were.
I want to know what made them cast Mary J. Blige. Like, did she go to them or did they go to her? Like, I want to know how she ended up on that show.
They might have went to her, because
Mary J. Blige definitely had no idea what the fuck Umbrella Academy was. Definitely had no idea.
I'm sure most of them didn't, though. But they probably went to her, because she's been acting a little bit here and there. All right, so now it's time for Stargirl. So, Dre, are you caught up?
Yep, I'm caught up with Stargirl.
Cool, we're caught up then.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
So this is, we're close to the end of the season. We've got 2 more episodes left. What did you guys think of the episode? Dre?
Oh, with this one, this is where it got CW.
Really?
It got real CW on this episode.
How so?
Oh, my daddy's back. I gotta do this whole sad thing, and realize who I am, you know, the whole Barry and his mother thing, the whole Arrow and his father thing, you know, that's where it got CW to me. I'm just like, oh my God, here we go. This is the fucking lovey-dovey episode, you know. But other than that, it was I guess it was still good. I expected a bit more from the death of Brainwave Jr., you know, because that was a big moment. We didn't get to
Yeah.
talk about that.
No, we didn't.
Um, that was a big moment last week. Like I told you, I was eating chicken in the morning and I almost choked on my chicken bone when his father killed him. I was like, yo, how you fucking wait? They killed him? Like he's supposed to be a big player. Like
You
how
would
you
think,
kill
yeah,
him
yeah.
off? Yeah, like it was just a huge surprise to me. And so I thought like this episode was gonna be more about him and trying to get revenge, not her father coming back and her going through all this emotional trauma, like all this emotional shit. Like not only did she lose a friend, well, kind of friend, of a day or a few days before, but now her father's coming into her life who just basically wants to use her. You know, he's just exactly like her mother said, you know, just wants to take advantage. I guess he came there just for money, you know, it seems like towards the end of the episode. But there wasn't any action to this episode. It was just like it was a revelations episode. It was basically that. It was just all about revelation. This was your typical, hey, when we give this shit to CW, this is what you guys better get used to episode. You know, so it was all right. It was a 7 out of 10 to me. You know, could have been better, especially
real quick, I just wanted to say that I called it that Brainwave Jr. was gonna go good.
Yes, you did.
But I was very shocked that he died. Very shocked.
Yeah.
Michael, what did you think?
I agree. I say probably 7 out of 10. A couple weird things happened. So when Brainwave was doing the eulogy, like he didn't even give a shit about that funeral at all.
No, not at all.
Not one bit.
Not even pretend.
No, he was just talking to her. He came.
Yep.
He came for her.
Yep.
Otherwise, he wouldn't even probably even fucking went. It was pretty cold-hearted, especially when he was like, "Icicle didn't kill your mother. You know, I killed your mother."
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So that was a shock that he died now. So you were saying this episode there wasn't any action. We didn't talk about last episode last week where there was tons of action.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that episode I really liked, mainly just because of all the action and the huge twist with Brainwave Jr. dying at the end. And I thought for a second I was going to see Solomon Grundy. I thought Our Man was going to open up that door.
Hold on, did they have budget? I was like, did they put this in the budget?
I really did. He looked like he was about to get that door open. So, I don't know. One cool thing, Eric, about this episode this week is at the end where Icicle, you know, he was on the fence, and that was very CW about killing Stargirl's mom.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he chose, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And he said, also get Mike. And I thought about because he kind of gave you a plug. He was like, can't leave a legacy.
Yeah.
Leave a legacy.
I thought that too.
Most superheroes are born, right?
Yeah.
So I still like the show. I've been afraid that it's turning CW, and obviously when it gets season 2, it's going to be CW. For sure, like they will be the one with this show now. It won't be DC. So
I'm dreading that fucking day so bad. Like I'm so dreading that fucking day.
This comic I didn't read either because I don't read comics. I wish I did, but I really thought that locket was the key of getting the staff.
So did I. Yep, I thought that too. I thought, I knew that Starman wasn't her father, not because of comics. It's just, we figured that was going to happen. But I wanted to know why did the rod work for her? And I thought we were going to get a real reason, and we didn't. And that was disappointing and a letdown. And it was just like, oh, you have to believe hard enough. What the fuck is this, Peter Pan? Like, why is that fucking, the reason why the rod works for her? It just was fucking You want Dre? You want to talk about CW schmaltzy shit? That right there.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, like
CW.
oh, believe.
You got to believe in
Oh,
yourself.
we gotta believe, or Tinkerbell will live.
Run, Barry,
believe.
run. Run,
So,
Barry, run.
that was fucking bullshit.
Yeah, man.
But I mean, so you guys weren't surprised that A, Starman wasn't her father, and B, her
No, I
father
knew.
is a
I knew.
douche.
No, I kind of knew both. So for one thing, if Starman was her father, then Pat has had ulterior motives this whole time.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Really.
there's no way in the world that he couldn't have known that being
Yeah,
Starman's
right.
boy.
Like, yeah, I'm starting to
And from the very beginning, he's like, no, he's not your dad. Like, I fucking know this guy. He's definitely not your dad. How fucking weird is that I'm marrying your mom? Like, no.
Yeah, right. Well, even she showed her mom a picture of Starman, and she's like, "That's not your dad." And you know, Courtney was still convinced. But Dre, what about you? Were you surprised that her father was a douche?
I wasn't surprised. The moment he showed up with that, he had that look already on him. That fucking, I'm just this like either abusive guy or I just here to get something. Like he just had that, you know, that look that all those characters have. They put that look on him that just made us know like this guy is not somebody to trust. You know,
Right.
you know, they did that well. Like you could tell from the moment he showed up on screen, the holding my bag behind my back is either I'm Clark Kent, I'm here to see who you are, you know, or I'm fucking an asshole. So you gotta be one or the other. And he definitely wasn't Clark Kent visiting his mom and dad at the ranch.
So, at the beginning of this season, when we started watching and talking about this, you said that Joel McHale was going to return at some point in the season.
I thought he was. I really thought
When
he was.
he's on the bus and it was just our view from behind, I honestly was thinking like that's his brother or that's his cousin or it's fucking Joel McHale. I was like, that's Joel McHale, but like it's not Starman. We saw him die, but it's somebody related or something like that that's coming to fucking be like, hey, get your shit together. You know, we got to fucking heroes.
I just can't believe they got that fucking guy to do one episode. It just was, you know, surprising to me because I know he's not Johnny Depp, but he does have a fan base, you know, and he is kind of recognizable. So it was just weird that he just did one episode.
The punch was deserving.
Yeah,
I liked the punch.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was because you know, Pat is her dad. Like that's the whole point of this show. As much as Andre hates emotions, he is her dad, and yeah, that's basically what that was. Just basically saying like, you know, I'm her father. Go fuck off. One thing we didn't talk about was an episode or two ago, we were introduced to the 7 soldiers of victory. And do you guys remember who was in that picture when we saw it?
Well, Justin, this fucking dude with
somebody else very important
Flash.
to us.
Oh no, it wasn't Flash. It was
Green Arrow. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that establishes that
the golden age of comics.
Well, okay. It establishes that Green Arrow is a part of this Earth. So other than that, do you think we're ever going to hear or see anything past that, or just that was it, just that one reference?
Well, it's up to CW when they want to do their crossovers. Maybe
CW. If they milk this show out for 5 or 6,
is still alive, and then somehow they get that team back together, some shit like that. Like CW, you never know with them what the fuck they're gonna do, man.
I've seen some articles that said that they are probably going to focus on Stargirl with their next crossover, because if this is a hit for them, they're going to want to milk it. But I don't know if they're going to have a crossover like they've had. I wonder if they're going to pull back on the kind of epic stories that they've been telling.
Yeah, you got Flash and Arrow now.
Yeah.
That's why they couldn't get somebody to take the pen, because they're like, we got Flash, so we're going to use him eventually, so we can't have 2 fucking Flashes.
No, what do you mean the pen? You mean the helmet?
What was it?
The pen's not Flash.
Yeah, but in the original picture, Flash was in that picture.
Yeah, he was. But just Dre is saying the pen is something else. The pen holds basically a genie.
Okay.
And Mike's friend, who we have not seen, he's only mentioned Jakeem, that he'll be the one that holds, wields the pen, wherever you want to phrase it. But yeah, we're almost done with the. So you guys are pretty much agreed that it's been a good season so far.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
So then we get into Doom Patrol. Now, Dre, you said you haven't seen it, but Michael, you have.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about it. I'm gonna go take a lead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, so that way you guys could go without spoilers for me.
All right, have fun. So what did you think of the episode, Mike?
I love Doom Patrol. I just want to see more Doom Patrol all the time, but shit just seems like it's getting more and more confusing.
Oh, wait, how so?
So, the girl.
I'm here for it.
So
yeah.
What, Katie? Is it Katie?
The
little girl? No, the little girl. That's Dorothy. The little girl. That. Jane.
Oh, Kay. Yeah.
Kay. Okay. So the people that have moved on, apparently, that she's doing the psychological spring cleaning or whatever, they're dead. Miranda killed them.
Yeah, Miranda killed them. I don't know if it's a spring cleaning as much as I think Miranda just wants to be the only personality.
Yeah, because she was the first one, right?
Right.
So, and she was dead, wasn't she? Or obviously not.
I don't think she was dead. More so than just like forgotten or maybe thrown away for a while. But yeah.
So that confuses me. Like, so is Jane dying now, or?
No, I don't think so, because I don't think. See, the thing is, we haven't seen Miranda kill them, so we don't really know if that's what kills them, or she just kills them and then throws the bodies in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that Jane is just being casted away. Yeah, casted away, much like Miranda was, and so now she has to try to find her way out, like Miranda did.
Okay,
that's my takeaway.
Another thing. So we didn't talk about last week's episode.
Well, you want to wait for Dre to stop draining the lizard? So we
He's right there.
Do that. Oh, is he? So they all died. They all fucking died. I can't believe it. Like, oh, Dre, you're here. I can't see him until he talks, so I don't know.
All right, so last week was Dumb Patrol, and it was dumb. It was funny. Taking the idiots out of them.
No, but it was funny. It was a Will Ferrell movie.
So they got
a Will Ferrell movie?
Yeah, because those movies are only funny when they're very stupid, because he's just dumb.
It was funny.
Yeah.
So that vial that she took at the end.
Yeah.
Is that where she got the strength back, or did she get her biotics back?
Yeah. That's I think she gets everything back. Yeah, her strength back or whatever. Well, I can't
her enhancements.
Ruin.
I'm confused right now.
Can't ruin. Don't forget it. Don't, because it meant did they mention it in the last episode?
Well, at the very end of the episode, she took it.
You talk about the new episode?
No. Who's on first?
Who took a vial on the last episode? I can't remember.
The woman that Cyborg's banging.
I can't remember that part.
It's at the very end.
Damn. I can't remember that.
It's a yellow glowing vial.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes.
The juice that was extracted.
Yeah. Okay. I remember now. All right. Gotcha. So I guess that's up to the play in the new episode that I never watched.
Not at all. No.
Okay.
So those were the couple things that I was confused about.
I did like the last week's episode. So I wanted to we haven't really been talking about Doom Patrol because usually at least one of us hasn't seen the episode when we record this. So up until this point, what do you guys think of the season? Obviously, don't mention today's episode where they all die. But what do you think? What do you guys think of the season so far?
It's just
we've only got one episode left.
Yeah.
It's only one episode? Oh shit.
Yeah. Well, not including today.
Well, 2 episodes for me, 1 episode
for you. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm loving it. Like, Doom Patrol is exactly everything. Like, it's that one show that it is what it's supposed to be. Like, that's the one show where it is what it's supposed to be. Weird, humorous, out of the ordinary, and you can't predict what's gonna happen every episode. There's no way for you to
No.
predict. And even if you could predict half of it, you ain't gonna predict the sex demons fucking around.
The sex men.
Yeah, so and Doom Patrol is fucking great, man. That's a 5 out of 5.
I love it in every episode. You still catch a ghost banging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like, yo, this is so fucking hilarious. Yo, they're still fucking.
Would you guys have a weak episode? Is there an episode that you guys thought?
I didn't
No.
care for the very first one.
Okay.
Nah.
No.
No, I have no.
So they've all been
episodes.
solid. They've all been solid
Yeah,
for you.
Yeah.
everything's been cool for me, man. I can't complain about anything in Doom Patrol.
Dre, without seeing today's episode, how do you think this season's going to end?
Him trying to kill his daughter, if failing, and she realizing it was him. Some big catastrophe happens because of her, and boom, wait till season 3.
I hope not. I do want, without spoiling anything, and I think Michael, you'll agree with this, the end of the episode, how do I say this? You're right that there's going to be a big catastrophe, but the setup was kind of slow, almost like a slow burn. Michael, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Because it's almost like, how is everyone going to come together to face this issue, basically?
It always seems like he just always takes his time, the chief. He just always takes his time to fuck up.
Yeah. He's an interesting character. He's got a lot of dick and a lot of pies. His dick is in a lot of pies. Michael, what do you think? Do you agree with what Trey said based on what you saw today?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
More or less.
I agree with Dre in that this is a very eccentric, weird show, and I think that's quirky. It's another word, and I think that's what makes it unique and a hell of a lot of fun. But also, some of the character arcs have been pretty good. I did complain about Cliff's at one point.
Well, you did on this show. I heard your fanboy with an opinion, and I thought you had a pretty good
whole
point.
episode just to fucking be entertained by Cliff. Fuck.
What'd you say, Michael?
Fanboy with an opinion. I heard you going over this, and I did agree with what you were saying as far as, okay, take Negative Man, for example. He's still the same fucking character.
Mm-hmm.
He is still the same exact character.
Yep.
Like, there has been no growth.
No real growth, no.
He's still just holding on to his family, and he's not becoming, like, an intricate part of the team.
No. Because I said at the end of season 1, it seems like a lot of them have grown. And I feel like a lot of that didn't pull over into season 2. Like, Cliff has changed, but he started to accept. And then, there was a bombshell, with Niles revealing that he was the cause of all their accidents. But again, like, Cyborg has changed, Elastigirl has changed. But you're right, like, Negative Man's the only one who's still bitching and moaning. I did like the bit where he met Negative Woman, with the astronauts and the cosmonaut. That was a great storyline, with the 2 astronauts repeating that hokey dialogue over and over until they just fucking died. It's so sad.
Just shivering in a hole.
Yeah, but that was neat. That was a lot of fun. All right, but unless either one of you has anything else to say, I think I'm pretty much done.
Oh, nothing left.
All right, so we're going to go with the quiz portion of the pod. And so when I made this...
Do that, or do you want to do it, one of our questions that were given to us from our Patreon?
Good, dude, do that.
All right, so, guys, as usual, we always ask you guys to ask questions. E, I know you have one question. Or you want me to do my question first?
Yeah, go ahead. Do yours first. It's fine.
All right. So one of our questions was that I said we'll do for today. What game are we all looking forward to that's not Cyberpunk 2077, Assassin's Creed, Halo, or Spider-Man Miles Morales? A game that's coming out this year that you guys are looking forward to. So, Mike, I'll let you, since you dropped in the chat, go ahead and name yours.
I'm looking forward to Samurai Jack. I loved Samurai Jack. It was an awesome show. It was fucking hilarious. I wasn't real big on the comeback season that they had.
You didn't like that?
It didn't hold as well, I thought, as the original ones.
Oh wow, I liked it, man. I couldn't, yeah.
But Samurai Jack's, he's the shit. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that video game. I want to see, because it's called Time something, Time Jumpers or some shit like that. The one thing that I'm worried about, and I think it's going to happen, I think somehow we're going to find out that he is a coup.
Well, yeah. That would be an interesting twist if that was to happen. That would be a huge twist.
I've never seen the show.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, you gotta watch Samurai Jack. Jack.
Jack. Who likes Jack?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that opening. I will watch the show just to watch the fucking opening. But what about you, E? What's the game you're looking forward to that's not one of the bangers?
Well, definitely gonna say. I mean, it's, Pro Skater 1 and 2. Tony
Oh
Hawk.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
definitely something.
That was even in my mind when I was thinking about
Yeah.
this question.
Yeah, I just saw an article that they said they're gonna. So there's some songs that they can't bring over into
But
the
they're adding
remaster.
32 at least, 32 new tracks.
Yeah, but they're adding more. Yeah, they're adding new songs. So
As long as Superman is on there,
they
Oh,
said
it's
that.
gotta be.
They said that's gonna be there.
yeah, as long as
That'll
that's
be
on there, I'm good.
Um,
That track every morning on my way to work now.
but yeah, I'm excited to hear the songs. I'm excited to see what skaters are on in the game. Obviously, replay 2. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to see that or play that.
Right. As for me, hey Mike, can you guess what game I'm excited for other than those?
The one that we saw on Xbox.
From Don't Nod.
Yeah,
Tell me why.
there it is.
Yeah. Don't Nod, guys. I'm gonna fucking go into this again because you guys know how excited I get when it comes to Don't Nod games. And this game, I don't care about your Last of Us. I don't care about your Cyberpunks. I don't care about your Final Fantasy right now. When that Don't Nod game comes, if that shit hits an emotional part in me, a guy who has no emotions whatsoever,
Just for video games.
nominee. Game of the fucking year nominee. Don't Nod, tell me why it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. I see it now. I'm going to have to make decisions I never thought I had to make before. I'm going to have to cry at things that I never thought I'd cry about before. I'm going to have to meet characters that I never thought I would have to sympathize with before. Don't Nod, tell me why, people. You guys better play it. I'm going to stream all of that game. I will cry on camera, and I don't give a fuck. That game is going to be a game of the year contender, mark my words. Underdog of the year. I will make that category if it can't make game of the year. Underdog of the year for 2020 in the Gamerish Awards show at the end of the year. Mark my words. Don't nod. Tell me why. It's going to be a great game.
Question: what's the title?
I just told you. Tell me why.
Oh, is that what it's called? Tell me why. All right.
It's literally called Tell Me Why.
Yeah, it's an Andre-ass game.
Yeah. So that's what I'm excited for. But E, go ahead, take it away, man.
All right. So I come up with this quiz. Came up with this quiz, and it's about Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. And so I told you guys ahead of time. First, I gave you a choice between 2 quizzes, and you guys voted for the Schwarzenegger quiz. And then it turns out today's his goddamn birthday. And who the fuck knew? I had no. So, okay. So this is what we're going to do. This is going to be fun, and we're going to give this, we're going to do like a point. You guys got to get a certain amount of points and try to make this quick, especially since Dee's not here.
5 points.
Huh?
5 points.
No. So this quiz is about Arnold Schwarzenegger movies where he says the phrase, "I'll be back."
Shit.
Okay, so there are 14 movies where he says it. Now, I will take any variation of the phrase, "I'll be back." It has to star Schwarzenegger, and obviously it has to be said by Schwarzenegger. So with every answer, the points go up with each round we get into. For instance, we're in round 1, there'll be 1 point. Round 2 will be 2 points, so on and so forth. So I believe, I'm thinking that you guys probably have to get to 21 points. But if you get, you can say, "I don't know," and give a wrong answer, we'll just pass you. And then because it's 2 of you, we'll probably just go on to the next round eventually. So does that make sense? Any questions or any?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
go.
So this is how we're gonna do to see who goes first. So I'm gonna give you a question. You're gonna give me an answer. The closest to the right answer goes first. Cool. So the first movie Arnold Schwarzenegger was ever in was Hercules in New York. What year was that movie released? Dre, why don't you go first? What?
82?
Michael.
77.
Michael goes first because it came out in 1970.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead, Mike. Give me a movie.
The Terminator.
Yep. I did forget to say that there's a strategy in this, but I think you've already figured it out. All right, Andre, go ahead.
Terminator 2.
You got it. What's the full title, by the way?
Judgment Day.
There you go. All right, so you guys are tied. Now we're going to round 2, and round 2 is going to be 2 points. So, Michael, go ahead.
Terminator 3.
You got it. The line is, "She'll be back."
Then
But
Terminator 3 have a name to it too?
Yeah, what is the name? That's a good point, Dre. What is the name?
Rise of the Machines.
You got it. All right, go ahead, Andre.
Did he do it in Terminator Dark Fate?
Nope. Okay, Michael. Now we're getting into round 3. So this is 3 points. Michael, go ahead.
Last Action Hero.
You got it. And he says to the kid, what's his name? He says, "I'll be back." Ha, I bet you didn't think I was going to say that. And of course he says, you say that in every movie. All right, Dre.
Terminator Genesis.
You got it. Let's see the line. He says, "I'll be back." All right, round 4, 4 points. Michael, go ahead.
True Lies.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
I was on the fence with that one.
Nope.
Oh man.
Dre,
I
you need this.
I'm gonna assume that he said it in Predator.
And you will assume incorrectly because he didn't. All right, round 5. Michael, go ahead.
Jingle All the Way.
Good guess, but incorrect.
Ooh.
All right, Dre, go ahead.
I'm trying to think of all these action movies where he might need a reason to say it. God, what's that fucking devil one? Oh man, jeez, what's that devil one? Shit, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Oh my god, I can't remember that fucking one with with evil people and shit inside of it, man. Jesus Christ.
You have 3 seconds. 1.
No wait.
2, 3. 5 seconds.
And the base.
4. Oh, that's the movie with the devil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also the movie where he doesn't say it.
Jeez, fuck.
All right, round 6. Michael, go ahead.
Expendables.
Which one?
Oh damn.
2.
You got it.
Damn.
So he does say it, and then Bruce Willis says, "You'll always be back. I'll be back." So then he says it as well. All right, you said, okay, go ahead, Dre. You
He
need
had
this
to have
point,
said
bro.
it in Jingle Bells.
What's Jingle Bells?
Is it Jingle Bells the Christmas movie he did?
I already said it and got it
He
wrong.
already said it.
Jingle
He
all the
already
way.
said it.
Jingle all the
He
way.
already said it.
Oh,
Ho ho
already
no.
He already said it. You want? Yeah, I'll give it to you. You want to guess again because you're losing so badly. Dre, go again, Dre.
oh, fuck it. What? Last Action Hero?
Jesus Christ! So David's not here, so you decide to not pay attention? No, he said that already.
You just said Last Action Hero already?
Yes.
What? Oh, man. Did we say Conan already?
He doesn't say it in Conan. He barely says anything in Conan.
Anything in Conan. I was like,
All
maybe
right.
that's one line he might have said.
No, round 7. Go ahead, Mike.
Batman and Robin. I'm surprised Dre didn't ask this one yet.
No. He says a lot of crap in that movie, but no, not that one.
Mr. Freeze didn't say it, huh?
No, he says all other bunch of shit. Dre, before you answer, you've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 movies to choose from. So, say,
Erased.
Ooh.
Jesus. No.
I used to love that movie.
Really?
Yeah, I loved Racer.
All right, round 8. This is for 8 points.
Ugh.
Come on, Mike.
I'm trying to think of the
You're
stupid ass.
missing. You guys are missing some big hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big hits with Arnold. Twins.
You got it.
Damn.
He says, "If you're lying to me, I'll be back." Now hold on. I gotta add up these points because I think Mike might have won.
Wait, I got another one.
All right, you got one more. All right, wait. Dre, you go.
I'm trying to think of all his fucking movies.
You know what? I'm gonna help you out. I'll help you out. Let's see. Okay, this was a comedy.
That's mine.
All right, I'll give him another one. This is a
No.
science fiction.
You can.
Yeah.
He needs it.
Junior,
Hey,
one of them?
Mike, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Dre,
Junior
it's a
one?
sci-fi. What?
Junior?
That is one of them. Yes.
All right.
All right, Mike, for the win.
Kindergarten Cop.
You got it. All right, Mike. Now wait, before you let me give you the ones you guys did not get. So
What's the one with Stallone in the prison one? Does he say it in that one?
No, he doesn't. No.
Okay, good.
He said it in Commando.
Oh, I was thinking that those were too early.
I was thinking.
No, because the first time he said it was Terminator. That's 84. So Commando's the next year. He said it in The Sixth Day. You guys remember that movie?
Yeah, barely.
Hey.
He said it.
Total
in
Recall, probably.
He said it in Total Recall.
Damn it.
He said it in a movie called Raw Deal, which is not really a big title of
never
his.
watched that.
And then the last one was The Running Man.
Oh. See, I would have thought that one was too early too.
Not anything after 84. He said it a bunch of times. He stopped saying it after a while. The Terminator movies is really where he said it the most, obviously. All right, but you got it, Mike.
Oh shit, I'm not prepared. So guys, this is the time that I get to talk some more. Guys, check out our Patreon with Gamerish. So with the Patreon, you can hop on some pods with us. You can, hopefully we can get together and play some video games. You can get some cool merch. We've got different ways that we're looking at t-shirts and maybe some stickers and some things like that right now. Dre is pretty big into getting new game codes for everybody, so having a lot more competitions and giveaways and things like that. But we want to grow this community. We want to make this community more healthy. And the way to do that is to have more fun. And to have more fun, we want to do the giveaways, and we want to really just get you guys much more involved, so it's not, the four of us, the five of us, or the four of us, just doing all the pods and doing all the things. So, anyways, all I'm saying is help us help you, please. And that's the whole purpose behind Patreon. Also, if you're watching this video on YouTube, hit like, hit subscribe, and come check us out at Gamerish Network on Facebook, where you have a great time. This isn't a place where we do toxicity. There's no sexism. There's no bigotry. There's no toxicity. We don't do religion. We don't do anything with sex at all. This is just about video games and about us doing nerd shit and having nice conversations with people that do all that are into this shit. Come check us out. It's a fun time. So, also, I am the Hick, half of the Hick and the Nick. So check out that podcast. Check out Fanboy with an Opinion. That's Eric's podcast. Somebody get with Andre so he can do a drink and a game.
Oh, I gotta guess.
Okay, because that could be a hell of a lot of fun too. So, quote of the night. I don't know. I'll be back.
Remember, we're gamerish. We know the ish you should. There we go. And peace out, people. Until next week.